Kimberly, and Linda. Yeah. And I will introduce our guest, our special guest, and our special co-host. What's her name?
Oh, I have a title.
Oh, yes, she has a title. Dr. Barnes on the show tonight. Yes. We just love when Dr. Barnes come on the show because she acts so fast. But anyway, all right, this is a Christian-based talk show, but we love to have fun. And a lot of people think that Christians can't have fun. If you don't think that, watch the Talk of Life talk show with Elma, because we're going to always have fun. And our scripture is Philippians 1:6. Being confident of this very thing, that he which has begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. And we want you all to keep performing. There's so many people that need to hear your story. And my motivational saying is, in order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. Okay? So we're going to have a quick discussion question, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to introduce my guests, okay? Because we want you to be wondering, who is this beautiful woman that's sitting next to me and Dr. Barnes? And inquiring minds want to know. Yeah. So we're going to wait. So I'm going to introduce my sauce, because on this show, we love to get into people's sauce, into their business. And mine is the yellow mustard. And mine will squirt on you. And Kimberly is
Red Devil. Red Devil, Red Devil, Red Devil.
And why do we call you the Red Devil?
I'm the devil's advocate.
Yes, she is. She always, I have to squirt her every once in a while. And?
Oh, I'm Heinz tomato. I need to catch up.
She always, you notice when I said you, she went. She always catching up on stuff.
Catching up.
And then our co-host is
Louisiana hot sauce. And nothing else to say about that.
That means she is hot sauce. And so tonight we're going to introduce, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our guest. And this beautiful woman is named Sarah Salone. Is that how you pronounce it? Sarah Salone.
Beautiful last name.
And she's from the great state of Louisiana. Woo! Shreveport, Louisiana, which is not that far from my hometown, Kildare, Texas. She probably never heard of it, but it's on the map.
Okay.
Yes, I'm right on the border of Louisiana. Yes.
Okay.
I used to see the cops pass by there when they would leave from Texas to go across the line. Then the cops come back because they couldn't go over there and catch them. So, and we used to love to see them do that when they would get a ticket or something. That cop would, and they would go. Then they come on back. So, but anyway, she is a graduate from the great Black Historical College, Grambling
University.
Grambling State University. I told her I would not hold anything against her because I am a Prairie View A&M. Prairie View A&M. Both of them are Black Historical College. But I think Prairie View beat them last year.
Did you see how she looked at me?
You see how she gonna look at me? She gonna bug me. Because Prairie View beat Grambling. She didn't know no way. She didn't even go to the game.
Let me think about it.
But anyway, where she received her Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. So we have a nurse on the show.
Man.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
And after graduating in 2011, she started her nursing career and has maintained her registered nurse license for the last 8 years. Okay? So I'm not going to read all that. She's going to come back and tell us all this good stuff. Okay. Now, we're going to open up with our model. Y'all know we have a model. The Talk of Life talk show with Elma model. And who is that? Our co-host, Kimberly. Come on, Kimberly. And then when she gets through, come on up, son. Her son is going to model with her afterwards. Okay, so Kim is doing this beautiful, I love those pants. And they're black and those boots are just awesome. And the top is so beautiful. It looked like a cross. Is that a cross? I like that. At the cross where I first saw the light. And I tell you, we seeing the light, Kim in light. And I love her hat. Yes, all right. So tune in for our next show and you'll see Kimberly again. All right. Okay, so our question for tonight is, before we get off into Sarah's sauce, is
Wait a minute,
What-
Sarah, what's your
What
last name
is
again?
Sarah Sauce?
Salone. I love
Salone.
that last name, Sarah Salone. You have to say Sarah Salone.
well, I can call it SS.
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 Salone.
SS. Or
SAS.
SAS.
Those are my initials.
Oh,
Right.
SAS.
Salone.
SAS. She's so
What is
fast.
Sarah SAS Sauce?
We're going to get to her when we get through with this question, because she's got our guest tonight.
Oh.
So she going to talk
Yes,
about hers,
Sarah
okay?
Salone.
All right, so the question is, would you marry someone that your family or your friends didn't care about? Uh-oh. Would you marry someone that your family or your friends didn't care about? And if you want to answer that, put it at the bottom of the screen. We would love to hear your answer. Okay, so just for a few minutes before we get into our song, I heard that question and I was thinking about that. I said, oh, that'd be a good question to ask Kimberly and them tonight on the talk show. Okay, so who want to go first? You know your family and your friends don't care about this person.
Okay,
Okay,
I
what?
can't answer that because
Why?
my husband married me and his friends, some of his friends and family didn't want me in the family, so I can't.
But he went on and married
He
you
wanted to
anyway.
marry anyway.
Okay, so that means he said, forget my family friend. I'm still marrying this beautiful woman.
Right.
Okay, so come on,
It
Linda,
doesn't
what you
have
think?
anything to do with the family. You marrying the man, and he's marrying me.
I think it was that
His
bunny
family is
outfit
not
for
gonna
him.
go home with us. They're not gonna be in our business. Well,
for
some
sure?
some family.
You
well,
sure?
right.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
should not be in our family.
Okay.
So if I love him and he loves me, we can work it out, especially if we got God first.
Okay.
And then you can always win over family. They see how you treating that person. Yeah. You know, you can win them over. They'll fall in love with you.
Did you win him over, Kim?
Yes, eventually.
Okay, eventually
Yeah.
she said yes. Okay. What about
Eventually,
you, Missy?
Well, having not experienced that, no.
She's so fast.
I have experienced that, and I guess it really depends on your relationship with that person, because if so many different people in different walks of life, or if they don't even know each other, say you don't like him, it would just give me reason to pause, and it might be a very short pause. But if in my heart of hearts, I know they don't know him, they haven't been around him, then it's like, I thank you all, I appreciate it. Does that mean you're not coming to the wedding? But I would go ahead and get
But are you
married.
gonna bring a gift if you don't come to the wedding?
Just give me a gift card.
That's
you know,
right. Just
something
give me
like
a gift card.
But I probably would marry that person anyway, and just pray and hope, because I hear what you're saying, but you marry that man, but you also he's
Marry
attached
family.
to
Yeah.
other things. So, but you're supposed to leave and cleave. Sometimes that
That's
cleaving
right.
part takes a while. So
Yeah.
during that process, you do want to. I do want to, because if you have children, you want them to know their grandparents, and their
Parents,
aunts,
yeah.
and, well, me, I'm not gonna have any of that. So, but not children anyway, because I haven't seen a star in the
She
east.
is so
But
funny.
anyway, I would marry him.
You would go ahead and marry him.
I would, because
Okay.
I'm hot.
Hot sauce. Okay, so we're gonna see what our guest is. She's going to
Yes,
introduce
yes.
her sauce. Sarah, what do you think?
Should I introduce my sauce?
You can do your sauce, because you might
Okay.
need some slapping.
Slap your mama. Sam, little Cajun girl. What I feel about that question, I think it depends on your foundation that you build with each other.
Mhm.
I do understand family is important. I am a family person. I love my family. I'm very family oriented. So I do believe it is possible that you can make it work. And I would still marry this person, because I decided to build a foundation with this person and allow this person in my life.
Right.
So sorry, family. Like
So it seems like everybody up here except for the devil advocate.
Yeah, but see, I have 6 brothers, so they're not nosy. That's one advantage I have.
Okay.
My brothers don't get in my business, so it's not like I have a group of sisters that my brother. They be like,
Do
they
what you
just be
wanna
like,
do.
we ain't got time for that. They don't
Yeah.
gossip.
Are
They're
you the
not
only
having it.
girl? Oh, that's why.
So they're not.
They
They're
don't
not.
bother
They're
with
not
that.
nosy like that.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, when you sometimes have a lot of sisters, and you feel like you're
Yeah.
coming into a relationship, and somebody's taking that person from you, or a mom
Mhm.
Yeah.
may feel like somebody's taking her son or daughter, whichever
Yeah.
child that she's really close with, and then I've just learned, ooh, some stuff you just
Leave it
gotta.
alone.
It has to be separate in order for the marriage to grow.
Well, my sister was like that when I first introduced Glenn to them, and I told them I was going to get married. They said, "Girl, you too young to be getting married.
Yeah.
You only 21. Are you sure you want to marry him?" But I went on and married him, and now they love him and stuff. So they always say he's my, Glenn is my best brother-in-law. I said, "You don't have but a few." So, but anyway. So all of us agree that you would marry the person regardless, and hopefully the family will come to like them. If not, y'all just have to Facebook each other or something. I don't know. Okay, so Sarah.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into nursing? What passion did you have? I mean, nursing is a hard field to get into.
It is a hard field to get
Mhm.
into. My mother is my motivation. My
Aw.
mother worked as a certified nursing assistant.
Okay.
She did that for many years, and
Wow.
I remember like the younger me, she would bring me to when she worked at one of the local nursing homes back home. She would bring me with her to work, and I think that's where the foundation started, just to see how big of a heart my mother has for people, and still to this day, my mother is 73. Don't kill me.
Wow.
And she's still working. Like she's like, I say a healthy 73 because she
Mhm.
cannot sit down.
Okay.
She just still moves around. She's not doing the nursing assistant anymore, but she still find ways to reach out and help in that aspect. So my mom was my biggest motivation.
Okay, for you
That's
to get into
good.
nursing.
That's so
Yes,
nice.
I don't come from a family that's everyone is in the medical field, and I do have a couple of educators in my family. So, but yeah, my mom has been that.
Are
for
you
me.
the only nurse in your family? Or?
I have a cousin,
Okay.
my first cousin, and that's older than me. That's been a nurse for about 20 years. So.
Actually, she's not a nurse anymore.
We hadn't gotten to that
Oh,
part
okay.
yet. Sorry.
Sorry.
We hadn't gotten. She asked me how I got started.
So she's not a
Starting
nurse
your
anymore.
journey.
We just found this out. Station break. We just found out she's not a nurse anymore.
I am.
So what are you now?
I'm a nurse practitioner,
Okay.
family nurse practitioner.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit about that, because all this new terminology.
Yes. Okay.
So,
A nurse practitioner is just an advanced step from a registered nurse. So the correct title for it is advanced practice registered nurse. You may see it written as that, or you may see it as NP.
mhm.
It's a master prepared registered nurse. Based off of your experience, you have to have a bachelor's degree to obtain your nurse practitioner, and you collaborate and work alongside the medical doctor.
Oh, really?
So we're not an assistant. We actually see patients. We are a healthcare provider. It's kind of the new
Wow.
wave of primary care. You see a lot of us in the primary care setting. So in doctors' offices, a lot of.
That's awesome.
Mine is when Dr. Shannon retired. Angela Cheatham took over the nurse practitioner. Loved Dr. Shannon. I asked her why was she leaving. She said, "Girl, I gotta go live my life." I said, "Don't go." But when Angela stepped in, oh my gosh, we have
Yes.
had. I love her. I don't even want a doctor anymore
Yes.
because she has helped me so much.
And that's a lot
she
of
is
the,
wonderful. The nurse practitioner.
We get a lot of those comments like that. Not that I try to, when I do educate patients, like I let them or have them understand that we're by no means taking the position of the physician,
Okay.
but we do work closely with the doctor.
Y'all good.
So
Y'all are good with the T. I really like her, the nurse
Write
practitioner.
prescriptions.
we are able to write prescriptions. We do have that authority to do that. It's a little in depth, but we do have the authority to write prescriptions.
Right. So is this okay? Like my doctor doesn't. I don't remember the last time I asked this thing. My doctor, I always go in and see. I guess she's a nurse
She's a
practitioner
nurse
too.
practitioner.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we don't see the doctors as much anymore. We just see the nurse practitioner. They come in.
A lot of the services that physicians, especially in the primary care setting, a lot of those services that they provide, you can see a nurse practitioner for a way cheaper cost of that.
Oh, really?
And it's more cost effective to see a nurse practitioner in the primary setting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't
So
know
we're
that.
we're
I didn't either.
educated on the same level as a physician, because you have to think about it. A lot of us in that role, we've had 10 plus years of experience in the hospital as a registered nurse. So we're prepared
That's awesome.
to do the job. And again, we work closely with our physicians. So if we have a question, the doctor is always
Right
there.
Okay.
But working closely, I just want to clarify that. That doesn't mean we're always in the same building, because a nurse practitioner, I know you can say this, but this is a part of people understanding that role. But
Right.
a nurse practitioner can set up her own practice.
Oh, really?
And all she would need to do, Sarah would need to do, is have a physician to review the charts, 10%
Yeah.
of charts. So they're like really the new primary care providers. And that's a new word that you don't hear a lot of either.
Right.
Providers versus doctors, what's the difference? So
Right.
I just wanted to interject that just so the folk will understand that Sarah can function independently of a doctor. If there's questions that come up, yes, a nurse practitioner can have that resource or that backup, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're in the same building.
And the thing with
That's good.
another thing with nurse practitioners too, we have this umbrella of different population settings you can work in. I stated I'm family nurse practitioner, so I can see patients from birth to 99.
really?
Versus if you have a nurse practitioner, you have some that are just strictly pediatric
Mhm.
or neonatal, where they just see the babies, or acute care, where they see more of your hospital patients that are like in the ICU, or they can function as like hospitalists and see those patients. So there are different avenues to being a nurse practitioner, what makes it really nice to go into that area. And also
That's interesting.
research that I was doing, there are right now 22 states that can actually nurse practitioners can function or provide care without the supervision of a physician.
Wow.
And it's a whole nother topic on another day. It's about to be another state, California, in 2023. They're becoming the next state. And Texas right now is fighting for that too, because they're finding that a lot of nurse practitioners are working in rural areas.
Okay.
And you don't get too many physicians in that area. So it's easier for nurse practitioners to function without a physician especially in the rural setting. They can just go ahead and care for the patient, not delay care, do what they need to do.
So are they accredited? Like the Joint Commission comes in and review the files and all that. So you,
I am board certified.
okay.
So the way it works, you go through the graduate program, get your master's. That's at least almost 3 years. After I obtain my master's, I have so many clinical hours I have to complete before I can finish the whole program.
That's right.
So I graduated December of 2019. Due to lovely COVID, I had to push my board certification, which that's the certifying body, which is American Nursing, I could never think, Credentialing Center. That's our board certifier. So you go and you take your state board exam, just like a physician. We have to go take a state board exam. Once you get your certification, you start applying for jobs. We have to get credentialed like a physician because we have to file with different insurance companies and everything. So we're just like a doctor.
Were you able to do all of this at Grambling, or did you have to go to another school?
So I've been here in Dallas since 2015. I went to University of Texas at Arlington.
Oh, okay.
So I did a lot of travel nursing. as a registered nurse between here and California. So it was easier for me to attend the school here to get my degree here.
You said traveling nurses. What is traveling nurse?
When I was a registered nurse, I travel, it's like contract. So you go to different hospitals, you work for at least 13 weeks.
Okay.
And my area of expertise has been labor and delivery. That's been my 8 years of nursing, women's health. So, for instance, when I was in California, I worked at Pfizer, which is one of the big facilities there.
Right.
So I would do 13 weeks at that hospital. And you have the option of renewing your contract if your agency, if the hospital would like to keep you on, or you can get a full-time job through that. Traveling was just easier for me, or contract was easier because paying for school.
Right.
I had to pay for school. I had to do a lot of,
I know that was expensive.
it was expensive. So
Were you able to get loans and grants, or
I chose not to.
you paid for it yourself?
That's why I kept traveling, because it's
that's
just
good.
Wow.
I did
That's
loans when
good.
I was in getting my
Yeah.
bachelor's, so I know how that is. So I
Yes.
just decided to just
You pay as you go.
you can set up a
Wow.
payment plan.
Wow,
That's
that is
good.
awesome.
That's
It
real
was
good.
hard.
Mm.
I'm not going to say it was easy, but I am a fighter. I am very ambitious. And I am a person that
I
I do
love
not
that.
give up on anything. And I always set my mind to whatever my goal or focus is. I always keep my mind on it. It's like I go into this tunnel vision. So
So how's your? I mean, you work what, 8 hours a day or 12 hours a day? So what is your typical day like, though? What
well,
time do you go in?
we have to be. So nurse practitioner, you have the option to either work, if you work clinic setting, is your 8 to 5 hours, but I'm up earlier than that because I have my workout, my little routine I do in the morning.
Okay.
Hospital or urgent care setting, you work your 12 hours. So you can do a 9 to 9 or you can do a 7A to 7P.
Every day.
Not every day, 3 or 4 shifts.
Wow. So what about love life? Look at Doctor. What about, you know, we got to get off into your songs.
Wait. Do you know? Okay.
Sauce.
No love life at the moment.
Okay.
I tried and it didn't work out.
So what would
So-
you look for in a man, though?
Ambition.
It
Like,
shouldn't.
you have to at first, well, your love for God.
Look at Dr. Boy. What are you over there doing?
What is she-
She always
What
doing
did she
something.
do?
I'm about
Did
to
she
call
do
her the
this?
damn alley.
Look like she doing this.
Yeah, I know she over there doing something. She over there drawing something on her head and I can't
Right.
read that.
Money. No.
Oh, my.
Well, he definitely has to come to, like, you definitely have to, we have to either be on the same level or you have to be a little up
I'm
here.
up there.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Y'all heard that, single men out there? Single men. Y'all got to have ambitions. You got to be up there. And that's good, though.
Well,
It's really
and this
good.
is based off experience of things I've experienced from
Like
past
what?
relationships.
What have you
Oh,
experienced?
gosh. I don't know if I want to
Look,
get
she's
that
like,
into
okay, let's get off into the sauce. Come on now. Hey, we got to catch up. We got to catch up. See,
Yeah.
let's want to catch up.
This is off camera.
I'm not, this is all on camera.
No.
We getting into her sauce. Okay. But anyway, so you want an ambitious man, which is good.
Yes,
yes.
God fearing.
That's right.
I have to feel protected.
Yes.
I have to feel that
I like that.
you're going to protect me. It's not always about money because those things. It,
Dr. Bowen said.
It ain't me and Dr. Brown. We both went.
Devil
It
advocate. Devil
is.
advocate.
it is, but it
Protect
can
me
go.
with your
I
money.
understand.
I'm just messing. I'm just messing. Protect me with your money.
Okay. No. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to keep these two off the show.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Go
I
ahead,
like to
baby.
be spoiled though.
No, I
She
don't.
wanna be
I
spoiled.
do
I
want
to be spoiled.
The word say, make your request known.
No.
So we making her request known.
Right.
Okay, because we got to make sure, I'm going to call her the doctor, get what she want. Dr. Feel good. Okay. Ambitious. Okay, that's good, though.
Protection,
Yeah.
Protection.
money.
Money. But what is that you really want? I know you said ambitious. Is that what you really want?
Love.
Love.
Kind of
True
love.
physical.
What you say, doctor? What did she say?
Drink to that.
Wait, we gonna slap your mama sauce. Let's slap your mama sauce. There she go.
I told her let me sit over there.
No,
Come on, girl.
No, you gotta come on with it.
Girl, bring it.
Okay,
Well,
so
that's some of the experienced ones talk about their
do
relationship.
you want the older man or do you want a younger man?
Yeah.
When you say younger, what do you
Younger
like
than you. Look, she said no. She.
Well, I wonder if he just starting his Navy career.
Look, this girl over here. Look at oh Lord! Kim up here putting this. Kim up here making a request now. I'm about to squirt Kim over here.
How young are we talking?
I don't know how young is your son. Look!
We playing Love Connection right now.
I don't know what Kim is advertising over here. I'm just trying to make the request
He's of
known.
age. He's
He's of age.
adult. He's
Oh, he had to laugh at himself.
25 or
Oh, you want 125?
That's the youngest she'll go.
Oh, that's the youngest you'll go.
that's if that 25 is.
Look how Linda looked when she said.
That'd be my grandchild.
Wait a minute. Linda went like, Linda did a Darius. Well, she's still young.
She's my grandchild. Oh my God.
Gosh, I don't want to tell mine.
If he
You
can
don't want
pick
to
you
tell
up,
her age.
Okay.
But she's
Dr.
still
Barnes,
young.
if he can pick you up at 25,
See?
he got
Y'all
most-
stop making that
What if
baby
he
over
got
there blush like we're gonna have to have him back on the show. Y'all was here making him blush. But there's nothing wrong with
Man, professional.
a younger man coming into her
Not at
life.
all.
if he's
Not at all.
mature.
Look at Doctor over here, Dr.
Oh.
I
Barnes.
meant for Dr. Barnes.
You with Dr. Barnes?
If he was young and
I'm gonna call Keith.
cause you remember, what's
I'm
that
finna
lady
call
name?
Keith. Give me
Vivica
Keith's
Fox
number.
had that.
I'm finna call Keith.
Vivica Fox had that man. He was a producer and he was like, I think in his late 20s. Y'all remember him? I can't think of
I
his name.
remember you saying something about that before when we did that other show.
Not 50 Cent, was it? 50 Cent?
No,
I don't think it was
uh-uh.
50 Cent, but he was a producer. Y'all don't remember
I
that?
don't remember.
You brought that up on
remember.
one of our shows. You mentioned it, and he was how
He was
many
a
years younger
producer.
than
I
her?
don't know, but I think he was in his like late 20s.
Oh,
Well, you know, Terry McMillan married a younger guy.
well, there's nothing wrong with a younger guy. He'd be
Yeah,
like
it's
a rabbit.
Chris
could
Jenner's
be
with
like
that
a
younger
rabbit.
guy.
Who?
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Jenner's with
She
that younger.
is.
I think he's in his 30s.
30s.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I
So it's
have
not
no
the-
problem. This isn't my show, and I'm not.
But you on the show. What you have to say, Doctor?
I think I've said it before. I have no problem. I actually prefer a younger man because I'm a jaguar. I'm not a cougar. I'm a jaguar because we're sweet. She's a panther. Okay, so she's single also. But younger men just
Look at Carlos.
You got Carlos and Emmanuel back there blushing.
Okay,
What's
y'all
your baby
y'all
name?
Sebastian.
You got Sebastian over there about to throw his head off.
because I'm hot sauce. But I
Give me
think younger
something to
men are
squirt
just
on
kind of
her.
interesting, and older men are too. But I've dated quite a few older men, and they bore me. So I really prefer younger men.
Do that. But this here young lady here,
Oh, she done got us started. She
we
got us
done got
started.
that. See,
She done got us
Look,
started.
she up here. She trying to figure out what is going on up here. I'm trying to get all in her sauce and make an advertisement. And Kimberly and the doctor over here, they started talking all this.
No, we playing Love Connection
Look,
right
slap
now.
your mama.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're Love
But we
Connection.
trying to get her a good husband.
Yes.
This is what we do on the dating show. Okay? Now. Oh, wow. She done threw the hair back now, baby.
Saying.
It's
I know because
on
she's
now.
beautiful. I was looking at this picture. She's
Yeah, she
she's
is.
gorgeous. Here
Right
with this
here. That
picture.
picture
Oh
is
my
really
God,
pretty.
she's gorgeous.
But you getting the real McCall right here,
Yeah,
baby.
she's gorgeous.
And has a
Either
beautiful
way.
smile, too.
She's a
So
award-winning
what do you
smile.
do for fun? Because this man got to know what he wants, you know.
Right.
She said, wait a minute. What happened to Nurse
Vacation,
Practitioner?
Oh,
Vacation.
where would you go? Where would you go?
Jamaica,
Ooh.
Miami. I'm
Girl.
actually going to Jamaica in March. So
Nice.
Are you going by yourself or? We might have a husband by that time. Okay, go ahead.
Sebastian, you want to go to Jamaica?
He is a handsome young man.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, look, she said, come on, Sebastian.
I can move.
Won't be
And you see, he fine. Y'all saw him earlier. Look at him.
Since we're starting this love connection right here.
See, we done started a love connect. We might have to bring Sebastian on the show. Okay?
Right.
So you going to Jamaica. You know they said things happen in Jamaica.
That's fine.
Oh, wow.
I'm I told you, ambitious and
And Jamaica is beautiful. I went to Jamaica. And those men over there, baby, they be coming after you like crazy.
Oh, wow.
I had one. I had one that was following me. His little name was Garfield. That old short thing following behind me. Talking about, you ain't never met love till you get a Jamaican man. I said, baby, I already have a man. That little Garfield just kept following me everywhere I would go. And he kept telling me, you ain't met a man till you met Jamaican man. So you might find you a Jamaican man over there,
Like
girl.
she drinking water.
But this is a beautiful place, though. It really is.
Yes.
And
I've
they be
never
looking
been.
for to come back with somebody so they can get over here. They want to get away from
Yeah, they
the
want to
place.
get
Really?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And it's a nice country, but I wouldn't want to stay there. You know.
No.
So okay, so you want to go to Jamaica? Where else you want to go? Because I know you work
Hawaii.
so hard. Oh, Hawaii is
Hawaii,
beautiful too.
yeah.
Fiji.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I haven't been to
exotic.
Fiji yet.
So the water over there looks so beautiful. I'm like, just take me somewhere exotic.
Oh,
Those exotic
are
places.
you gonna get your swimsuit?
Next question.
Ah!
Not skinny dip.
Oh, y'all, you gonna
Yeah.
you gonna get your swimsuit, doctor?
Oh, two-piece.
Oh, she gonna have a
It's a
two-piece.
different
She
type
will.
of swimsuit that I wear. I don't just wear like your typical swimsuit. Next question.
Oh, okay. Well, we might have to have a swimsuit contest on the Talk of Light Talk show.
Yes.
Okay, so what else can I get off into? Okay, so you want an ambitious man, you want to travel. What else do you do outside it? What do you do after you get off work?
Oh gosh, I love to shop. That's
Oh,
my
yes,
biggest-
y'all definitely
oh my
got to have
gosh.
money.
It's like shop. I'm
Yes.
sorry. This is like a daily thing with me.
Really? So what do you shop? What do you do? What do you buy?
What do I like? Some of everything. I love clothes. I love jewelry, shoes. That's like my fetish.
Oh, yes.
Shoes,
Lord.
purses,
That's Kimberly.
fetish.
Mm.
I'm getting off into the glasses now because I love like the different like designer glasses like that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like Dr. Barnes. and
Those
clear
are like my
ones.
big
Yeah.
thing.
So you
Nice.
really just she say like she just enjoying herself.
Life, yeah.
I
To
love
be a
my
doctor.
my little TV show. Now at home, sometimes when I'm on my downtime, I'll look at my little reality TV shows to make me laugh.
Yes, they
And,
do.
I love to read or find me a nice book to read.
Really?
So,
So you like to relax some.
mhm.
What about partying?
Definitely not since COVID has happened. I haven't really just been anywhere like that, but I do love like live music.
Okay.
So
what
I
about
would-
jazz?
Love jazz.
You love jazz.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to get it out there so
Yeah.
you young single men to know
Yeah.
what she wants.
Are you
So,
only
jazz.
child? Did you say
are
that?
you the only
No,
child?
I have a older brother and older sister.
Okay, so a 3.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Mhm.
okay.
Are they
Are
here
you
in
the
Texas?
baby?
I am the baby. My brother is here in Texas.
Mhm.
He's actually in Grand Prairie. He works for
cool.
Dallas, so he's a sergeant with Dallas
Okay.
Police Department.
Is he married?
He's married, 20 years.
Just asking.
She was just
Okay,
asking.
what's his name? Just in case I get a ticket, I can say I know you.
Oh, girl, you so crazy. The devil advocate.
Because
I
I'm in
told you.
Grand Prairie. I was like, look, I know your sister.
Look, I know
That's
he's the good cop. He's the
That's
good,
good.
he's the good officer. My sister is in Shreveport along with my mom. Pretty much all of my family is
In
in
Shreveport,
Louisiana.
So actually, your job brought you here.
Mhm.
Okay.
My job brought me here.
Because I came here. I moved here because my brother was here. Then I found
Yeah.
work, but yeah.
So do you work? Where do you work?
Right now, I'm working with Texas Health
Oh, really?
through that system.
Oh, okay.
Texas Health Resources.
So, what was one of your incident maybe you've had that was really heartbreaking for you?
Oh my goodness. The most heartbreaking thing for me, I would say, is anytime that we have, you're saying in my profession,
Uh-huh.
correct? When we have like the moms, the pregnant moms who come in
Oh,
full
my.
term, ready to deliver,
Mhm.
and their baby has passed away.
Mm.
It's been many cases.
Wow.
And I don't know if I just had this cloud over me, but I would always end up with those moms. I mean, full term, like 39, 40 weeks.
And the baby come out.
And the baby, well, they would go to their appointment for one final checkup, and there was no heartbeat.
Oh no.
And we really don't know the cause of that
Yeah.
until after they deliver. Sometimes it could be many things of why that would happen. But you go this full pregnancy, everything is fine, and then you get to that last point, and then that's been the hardest thing in my
heartbreaking.
career.
Right. Have you ever delivered with the umbilical cord around their neck?
That's been a couple of cases with the we call it fetal demise, but yeah.
So the death rate, is it more in African American families or Hispanics?
We see a higher incidence of death, well, with mom or with baby in the African American community.
You said moms?
I've had some maternal.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Not as much. It's hard to talk about this, but no,
Okay.
it's not a if you look at the statistics in the state of Texas, like fetal maternity death rate with moms is higher incidence in African American women.
Okay, does the baby live?
The baby would live in those circumstances, or if the mom is healthy and fine, I've had instances where the baby would die, and we just don't know all the time what causes that for you to get full term to that point, and then your baby just
Well, that take a toll on you though, doesn't it?
it does.
And then you have to walk in and tell them that the baby is gone? Or?
The physician does.
Okay, so you don't have to do that.
No, because we get confirmation, and with ultrasound, and the physician is the one that announced.
But just a clarification, this is as a nurse.
This was as a registered
nurse
nurse, not a nurse practitioner.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But in my nursing career, that's a
what
lot
you're
of
talking about, yeah.
what
Wow.
I
Oh,
experienced.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I have a question for you. Can you explain the difference between a physician assistant
Mhm.
and a nurse practitioner
Mhm.
and a provider? Because I think
Okay.
a lot of people aren't
Yeah.
sure about that.
That's
Okay.
true.
And
That's
it's
a
very
good one.
important.
Okay. So, physician assistant, and really honestly, is not a lot of, we have a lot of similarities, a physician
Mhm.
assistant and a nurse practitioner, but there are a couple of major things that do differentiate us. A physician assistant, they follow a more, their curriculum when they're in school follows more a lot of like medical school, like medicine.
Mhm.
We're more on a nursing curriculum,
Mhm.
but in an advanced phase. Like we still kind of get some of the same training because they have to have a master's degree too.
Right.
They have to get more clinical hours than we do. They perform a lot more surgeries than we do. A lot of them work in the hospital settings. Some of them, I've ran across a few that will work like in a urgent care setting or something like that. But for the most part, we follow a nursing curriculum. They follow a medical
Oh,
doctor or a medicine curriculum. We can choose the population or the area that we work in. They're more like general medicine.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they mostly like be in GP offices. Like mine, I have a physician assistant. Sister was saying she haven't seen her doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't seen Dr. Stewart, and I don't know. But I love Dr. Alexandra
Mm-hmm.
because she's very hands-on and she
Mhm.
follows up.
Mm-hmm.
Something, and I think that's very unique in some positions because y'all be so busy. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
y'all have a life, but you have so much pressure on you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
And
lot
I think
of
that's
pressure.
where we come in, like to kind of take that load off of the
doctors.
doctor,
Right.
because they're having to see
Mhm.
25, 30 something patients in a day.
Right.
And then think about if you have new patients that come in
Right.
Yeah.
and you can't get them in
Right.
because the doctor doesn't really have a extra person, a provider there to help. So that's
Right.
a lot of where we come in to take that slack. And as I stated before, a lot of the services that are provided through a physician, we can do that
Mhm.
at a lower cost versus when we get into insurance and all of that, we're capable of doing that. The
Well, I don't
primary.
think people know about the lower costs
Mhm.
because
I
see,
know
this
that's what you want to hear about.
Yes, because you know when you walk in and you get your temp taken and all that, that's automatic $25. But
And you
there's no
think-
guarantee that your doctor come in and she sit and talk to you about 5 minutes and then it's call it a day. And you like, okay, that's $25. And you know, a long time ago when you had surgery, like if you have like I had heart surgery,
Mhm.
I would have to you could do a follow up.
Mhm.
But when you do your follow up, you didn't have to pay.
Mhm.
Okay, now you do the follow up, it's the same pay as you do, you know, and you
Mhm.
like something has changed, you know, else I've gotten older, you know, and it's
Oh,
mostly,
you right on target.
you know, it's mostly money, 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 money,
Mhm.
and especially being old, elderly, you
Who is
know,
that?
they look me, they look at, they look at,
She's not old and
She's
she's not elderly.
you know, they look at, okay, seasoned females.
There
and-
you go.
And males. They look at us totally different. It's like, oh, well, you know, you're going to die sooner or later. You know, and they don't show that care like they would show with you or Kimberly or, you know, Dr. Barnes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm saying it anyway. But,
Mhm.
you know, it's
Mhm.
and you can feel it. Sometimes you can feel it. So it's a good thing.
Sarah, where are you located? In Grand Prairie?
Arlington.
Oh, see, you can go to her now, Nurse Practitioner. You can switch
Are
over.
you in Arlington?
No, I'm in Fort Worth, but
Oh, Fort Worth.
I love my doctor,
You
Dr.
can
Alexander.
check out the Nurse Practitioner. They're really
But
good.
your physician assistant, you're talking Dr.
Physician assistant.
Are you talking about
Is
the
that person
assistant?
actually a doctor, or is that's what they say? Because really,
Yeah, she
physician-
says she's a doctor.
really,
Is she
But I
most
want
physician assistants are
or
not doctors.
unless they
Really?
And they're
have a
supposed to.
PhD
Mhm.
or and even
Well,
with
you know
that
what?
they don't
I'm
we are
gonna
not
ask her.
supposed
Mhm,
to.
'cause that's
You gonna ask her
And
what?
I think that's the
She's a doctor.
confusion too because we're
Dr.
not
Alexander.
Oh,
we're
okay.
not supposed to. I think that's a lot of things patients get confused about too, and I would
Right.
correct them and I would let them know I'm not a medical doctor, and you may see
Hmm.
people with initials behind their name that may
Yeah.
say PhD or
Okay.
DNP. I
Okay.
mean, they have a doctorate, but they're not a medical
Medical
doctor. And you have to really
So she
specify.
could just be her
Oh, so you could be a doctorate.
but they're not an assist. We're
I
not.
mean,
Yeah, yeah. And see, I
Okay.
think
We
there's
co-
still some
confusion.
confusion about who does,
Right.
you know, what,
Right.
because of just the title physician assistant. It doesn't mean they're that's assistant to the physician, but
Mm-mm.
sometimes people think, I didn't see the doctor, I just saw his assistant.
Yeah.
That is not correct.
Right.
Okay.
They saw the physician assistant who functions under the,
Mhm.
you know,
Doctor's
direction of a
Mhm.
doctor,
Mhm.
but they can function independently. So they're not, it's not like you're getting
Mhm.
secondhand, or I didn't see the real person.
Right.
You did see the real
Real
person.
person.
They're a physician assistant,
Okay.
not the physician's assistant.
Right.
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay.
Okay. So who pays you? Do the doctor pay you or?
So we are well, it depends. So if you work through an entity, meaning if you work
Mhm.
for a hospital,
Mm-hmm.
like you are credentialed through the hospital. If you work for a private practice,
Mm-hmm.
it can be with the physician, and it can also be from the. Let's say I'm able to file under Medicare, Medicaid, those insurance companies.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
all. I'm still under the umbrella as a physician.
Oh,
So
okay. So, oh, okay. That sounds interesting.
Yes.
and happy Nurse Practitioner Week to all my nurse practitioners out there because it is our
right.
week this week. So
All right.
yes,
Okay.
this week is Nurse Practitioner Week, and this has been a challenging year for
Yes,
all
it
of us.
So did you
and
work on COVID?
I did, and believe it or not, it's all forms of. That's why I say it doesn't matter whether you're pregnant or not. We still dealt with a lot of COVID patients.
Would you do me a favor? Would you?
Examine you.
Oh no. Okay. Examine me.
What she said, examine you.
On a physical. No.
No.
What kind
Would
of
you
physical?
please tell the people in the Facebook Live and YouTube that this is real? This is not a joke.
Yes, it is.
This is real. People
It
are
is.
dying.
Very real until you actually come in contact with a person in your hospital or in your setting and you see, science does not lie. So you may have heard people say you have some patients who don't experience symptoms, and you have patients who do experience, unfortunately, those severe symptoms. Just because you don't experience those symptoms does not mean that this person sitting next to you will not experience that same, it just, unfortunately, I don't know why it attacks or targets certain people different ways. But I think that's a lot of things that's taken for granted, because you have the people who don't have the symptoms over here, but you get next to somebody, they end up getting it, and then they get really sick from it.
Right.
So it happens. It is very, very, unfortunately, not a pretty sight. So
right now, Texas has the number one highest number of cases in the United States. And if you'll think about it, almost every time that we've kind of opened up the state, sometimes it's about 3 to 4 weeks later, the numbers go up. Science doesn't lie. We can have all these theories, and I'm not going to get into theories with, other folk. But the reality is, over 200,000 people did, and it wasn't because of the China flu. Right. Because of what's here.
So wear your mask until we get a vaccine, until everything is. And even with the vaccine, yes, they made the big announcement today, but even with that, you still have to think about it may be the latter part of like next summer, before it's actually distributed to everyone. So
and they gave 90% of it?
They gave 90%, but it's still some more testing to do with that. So just wear your mask.
So is this test similar to the one that they did in England, where the man, he was healthy and he taken this virus and he died?
The virus?
There's different companies making the vaccine.
Right.
So I can't really say what they did in England. Because they're all different. Everybody's out to be the first in all over the world to make it, get the most money. So I don't know, but I think the United States, we take a lot more care and consideration in doing more testing and testing and testing the different phases to make sure that you get it out there, but make sure it's safe and affordable. Hopefully, free is real affordable, but it's the biggest is that it works and it's safe. I can't say that for other countries. I hope so, but sometimes there is such a rush to get it out there, but you can't beat safety in that. And human beings, why take a vaccine and then you get worse? So that's the key, is making sure it's safe for everyone.
Okay, our time is almost up, and it went by fast. So, what would you tell our audience before we close? What good advice? I know you say you want somebody ambitious and all this, so me and I want you to hear that. And so give us some closing remarks.
My favorite scripture, Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That has been my scripture from, as long as I can remember, because we always have to just be mindful and just keep hope and keep faith that God is going to see us through all of this. So,
amen. So, slap your mama. All right. Thank you all. We thank Sarah for coming and sharing her story about being a nurse practitioner. Is that right? And everything, and being her alma mater, Grambling, which I'm okay with that. No, we beat them last year. Pro Review did, but anyway, we still love each other. But we're so happy that you was able to come and be a part of the show. And Doctor, you always, we love when you on the show.
Thank y'all for having me. No, thank you so much.
Hot sauce over there and everything. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Sebastian, for being on the show. And we wish him well with his Navy. We salute him for going out there on the water. But anyway. Oh, and she likes you, Sebastian. But anyway, I'm
really
on
camera. We're just gonna do
this. Hey, that's okay. This is a dating game tonight.
That's right.
But anyway, thank you all again. If you would love to be on the show, contact me at www.elmatalkshow.com. If you have a topic, we would love for you to come on and talk your topic, but you would have to be here to discuss that topic, okay? And remember, Kimberly is our model. You don't know what she's gonna wear, so tune in and see. You see? Okay? But anyway, Linda's over there catching up. And we love you. Remember, every Monday and Thursday, Facebook, YouTube, check us out. Until I see you in face to face. Signing off.